none other than Ume Anthony to take that through. Takes a long. Nobody's there. Rafael plays. Shot from distance! Ball bounces and the referee, the goalkeeper saw that, talking about that can be. And that is out for a corner. That was instinctively done thereby. That looks like Paul Bassi. Or was that Pope? That was from Pope or Birmingham. Corner kick. Corner taking. Throwing. 2. Right to win. Taking long, ladies and gentlemen, 45 minutes plus 1 additional time. Paul, a bit of Valentine, gets through to Ara. Ara finds Kelvin. Kelvin sees Thank God. Thank God gets himself a chance, but then the right to win players, we are sure that they can be able to make it count, and that they did. Of course, Uche Darlington fouled right there. Some sort of confrontation between Uche Darlington and Obodo Valentine. And the free kick will be taken by Effiong Emmanuel. Yellow card given to Thank God. You have to be very careful of these unnecessary cards they've been getting. Sunday Wanko. Nicely done, Uche. Well, taking long and his reward. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of the first half. Of course, the 10th minute goal by Right to Win from Lilo Emmanuel, and the equalizer from Thank God. Of course, in the 37th minute, after Lilo missed a penalty in the 35 minutes, sees us going into halftime with Right to Win 1, Cynosure 1. We'll be back before you know it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for the second half of this encounter. Remember, it's the promotional game between Right to Win and, of course, Cynosure FC, where first half ended with Right to Win playing out a 1-1 draw with Cynosure. Of course, Lilo Emmanuel getting the first goal for Right to Win in the 10th minute and the equalizer from Tangod in the 37th minute, and that is after Lilo Emmanuel had already missed the penalty 1 minute earlier. And as it stands now, Right to Win has 7 points, Cynosure has 5 points. Right to Win still firmly in contention to getting the remaining slot, the only slot, the sole slot for the Southeast Nationwide League on Southeast playoff. And right now they are already doing all they can in order to ensure that they don't lose this game, because whoever loses this game will be entirely out of the conversation. Long throw from Ume Anthony. Sunday. Goal! Ladies and gentlemen, they are up again in front. What a beautiful goal. An amazing goal. And of course, a Right to Win. Maybe can stake a claim again. Goal from Israel Asuko. Goal that is almost taking them to Canaan. A goal that they can celebrate as the referee is signaling to the players to get back into this one. Right to Win to Cynosure 1 chicks.
Ndị na-adọbụ ụtọbụ mana golden castle bụ miracle ụmụ ha alafu elu ka ọ gbara ume ha amaala na ihe ha na-achọ ebe ha chọrọ ịga na ọ hapụrụ ime ịkọji bọọlụ abụọ asịrị otu ihe pụtara na ndị ogbo ha bụ ndị Cynosure agbalịsi ike ha niile si n'olulu nke ha nọ ugbu a kpọpụta onwe ha n'ihi na isiri ogbo goolu abụọ na ebe aka ndị ogbo ha bụ ndị chegbu bọọlụ Right to Win abụ ihe ga-adịcha mfe.
Of course, ladies and gentlemen, 15 minutes of that encounter saw Right to Win getting back in front. Magnificent goal. And the question is, can they be able to hold on to this lead? Can they make it count? Popo Demenam. Looking for Lilo Emmanuel. Throwing. Arasesego. Raphael. Dispossessed by Ume Anthony. Corner kick. And that's a corner kick that we're going to see. Victor Felix take. Taking, not troubling whatsoever. And they are going forward right now. Sunday Walker sets up Israel Asuko again. 2 to beat 1. And then you ask yourself, what was that man thinking? Just the goalkeeper to beat it, decided to pass. I expected him to shoot.
Ọtụtụ ihe kwụsị ime mgbe o ji akụ bọọlụ ụka abụọ mana ihe ọ bụrụ ka gbaa ya mana nke bụ eziokwu na ọgbata ya nke ọma mana a ga na-elekwa anya ha ka ji mmeri ka na n'aka ha bụ ndị ihe aka dị elu n'oge ugbu a dịka mpe aka dị elu nwe ihe abụghị ime na bọọlụ.
Well, of course, it's at this very point that you see coaches and people who feel that they know better gesticulating on what they expect the player to do. Chance! Oh my God, saved by the defender. Not entirely out of it. And of course, Uche Darlington. Well, of course, he makes that chance go fluffing. Choose torrents and torrents of attack being mounted on Cynosure. RIGHTH2WIN seems to have entered the second half with renewed energy, vigor, and strength. Obodo Valentine coming forward. Shot from distance! Beautifully done. That was really intentful from him, Chose. Nobody saw that coming. I didn't see that coming too. Of course, Akambi. Woo. That man is dropped down, but then Israel Asuka not given any chance whatsoever by Hamzat Mohammed. It's a throw-in to RIGHTH2WIN. One, they don't need to rush, but looking at the fact that in football, not taking chances can actually be problematic. Another throw-in. And this time around, is May Anthony that will be coming to make this one count. He is a long throw specialist. Just like we see Daniel Itodo, and of course, finally we are going to have triple substitutions. JC number 8 will be coming in for JC number 5. JC number 8 is Chinedu Ani. He will be coming in for Hamzat Mohammed. JC number 17, talking about Raphael, will be coming off for JC number 28. We'll be getting the name of that player in a short while. And of course, JC number 7, Chidebere Eze, also coming in. And that throw is taken now. Effiong. Cleared. But of course, Asuka wasn't in the box. Shot from distance! Oh my goodness! That is what you call a wonder goal! Oh my God! 3 goals to 1! That is a bashing! 56 minutes of action! And that seems to be coming from Paul Odemenam, and the cannons of RIGHTH2WIN goes boom because they've gotten their right to win. What a goal! What a goal! Oh my goodness! That is really, really fantastic. And that goal was from Usman Mohammed. Choose the thought, the excitement, and of course, that seems to be the icing on the cake for rejuvenated RIGHTH2WIN.
RIGHTH2WIN onwe ha arịkwuola ka bezi ọjị oke ọjị ha nọrịzi ugbu a nke pụtara na ndị ogbo ha bụ ndị Cynosure olulu ha nọ adịkwuola olulu ọ ga-asarị n'ụgwọ a ọ ga-erisi ọgba nọ maọbụ ise n'ihi na otu ndị RIGHTH2WIN si ga-agbanwe ndị ọzụzụ na gwara ha gara ezumike n'ihi na RIGHTH2WIN pụtara na agba nke abụọ ozo RIGHTH2WIN tara ọtụtụ bọọlụ ụkwụ ha si akụ ya ala elu ebe ọ dị ukwuu. Ndị eziokwu bụ na asọmpi a tọrọ ụtọ nke ọma ya bụ mmadụ ọ ga-abụzi ihe ịtụnanya onye ọbụla ma itoolu bọọlụ RIGHTH2WIN bụ ndị ga-etozu oke ịnọchi anya mpaghara ọwụwa anyanwụ ala Naịjirịa na ogo Nigerian National League, ya bụ ogo nke abụọ asọmpi Liga ala.
Of course, there is a free kick right here. And it's going to be a free kick. Chance! Woo! Well, of course, beautiful header that bounced better. Jude Matthew saw that. Free kick to Cynosure. But this one seems to be evaporating from their hands in a bright way. Where the goalkeeper, Jude Matthew, is down. I don't know, choose whether this is a game tactics or if the goalkeeper is really injured. So you're trying to say it's a recurring decimal? Well, of course, we wait to see what that is. And truth be told, right to win. But the goalkeeper is still down on the top. The weather is bright and sunny. And of course, right to win is looking at the promised land. The NNL is in sight. They fought a good fight of faith. They've been able to win the crown. And right now, maybe they will be looking at the recurring decimal of making it to the NNL, as we see another change rather. Israel Asupo is coming off and Austin Harrison is coming in. Renewed energy troops for right to win.
Second minute, elekere fọdụrụ afọdụ oruzi nkeji iri abụọ na asatọ agba nke bọọlụ ụkwụ azụ eziokwu na onye ogbu obi atụkwasịtụrụ obere oge n'elu oge maka ọ dị ugbu a ọ bụ ihe gara ahụ otu oge bọọlụ ndị Cynosure si ebe ha si wepụta wee nweta akara goolu atọ ewu nke nwere ike inyere ha aka ịzụ ndị ga-emeri akụ bọọlụ ụkwụ ma dịka o si ebe ugbu a ha na-agbalịsi ike niile gbara na mbọ n'oge ọbụla dị ugbu a ga-emeri na ahụ ike dị elu etekwa na akụ bọọlụ ụkwụ mana ka ọ dị ugbu a bọọlụ right to win bụ ndị ike ịnọchi anya mpaghara ọwụwa anyanwụ ala Naịjirịa na asọmpi ligi a bụ ndị ọ dị n'aka ugbu a eche m na ha ga-ahapụ ya ka omekwa ha n'aka kama ha ga-awapụ ha n'aka ha na-agbalị mbọ ka ha rikwa elu ka ọ bụrụ ihe a ga na-akụzi n'ụlọ ka ha bụ ndị ga-eweta akara atọ n'asọmpi ile anya dịka agba asọmpi wepụrụ otu ebe wetara akara itoolu oge otu bọọlụ na-ewetala akara atọ na bọọlụ ukwu na-enye ya aba na right to win bụ ndị nọ ọnụ inweta nke n'ogogo.
Well, of course, everything seems to be working in favor for them. Talking about right to win, All things work together for good to those who love God and to those who are called according to his purpose. That's what the Holy Book says. Right to win seems to have ended their right to win with a kind of Bengem pressing, as is popularly known in football. The tactics that we've seen deployed by former Manchester United, former Austrian coach Ralf Rangnick. But the Valentine seems not to be having a Valentine. Well, Cynosure are doing all they can to see if they can be able to make us something. Of course, Victor Felix passes to Valentine, who takes that man away in time. It's a defensive work that they need to do not to concede further, and then ensure to help the attackers to get more. Lilo Emmanuel sent to work. Well, it looks like that player is tired. Talking about Lilo Emmanuel, the highest goal scorer in this competition, Jude. He got a goal, of course, also missed the penalty, but his qualities have never been in doubt. Of course, his qualities are not in doubt. A player with potential, a player for the future. 65 minutes of regulation time. About the Valentine. Can they make it count? Thank God this goal scorer of the goal scorer of Cynosure, as we see right to win coming forward again. Sunday Wanko seems to have really knocked out. Of course, Victor Felix. And now they're coming for Chidebere. Sees Tango. Tango sees Ikechukwu. Ball contested in the air. Back to the Cynosure defensive players. Over the Valentine. Throwing to Cynosure. Over the Valentine. Looking at taking it long, he takes it long into the box. Cleared by Lilo. Of course, Hamzat clearing. Oh my God, Vincent Gift. Opportunity again to cross. He does. Well, they finally cleared that one to safety. Whoosh! He got clattered into that player. Talking about Sunday. And of course, Players are down everywhere. Right to win player down, Cynosure player down, and right to win 6-yard box, and another player down outside the 18-yard box. Choose, of course, these are the kind of falling that right to win will be okay with, because it further helps them to hold forth their lead. 3-1. Well, it's a long walk to freedom for Cynosure to get back into this one. But also not impossible. Egypt. Argentina. You mean they get possessed? Highness of the spirit.
The right to win. When I got the ball, my pass for Roti. My pass for Roti, Bunke Tarot in command, the ball of Malagari, Bunke Hagget to go and command. I'm going to do it, America. I'm one of my pastors, America. I don't know
well, the thing is, Cynosure doesn't have that rejuvenation, that highness in spirit to get back into this one. However, in football, anything can happen. Just 17 minutes played. Believe me when I tell you that anything can happen. 20 minutes is a big time. I mean, we saw Belgium coming from 2 goals down in less than 6 minutes. So Argentina do that over and over again in the World Cup against Egypt. That elicited a lot of reactions all over the world.
That's okay, we could call it on alignment. And I didn't really
The miracle of Daman.
The miracle of Georgia.
When they come back? Why? You want to leave us and go? Okay. You never take me this one. Never take me this one. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Of course, they are going forward again. Talking about right to win. Opportunity for them to make it count. Where they have a 2-goal lead and you can't entirely see them truncating this one. Right to win. And you check how they've played all tournaments. Can maybe agree that, of course, they've earned their right to win this game and earn the NNL sole ticket for the Southeast. They knew that they were under a lot of pressure, one that they chested with ease. 78 minutes of action on the clock. TikTok says the clock. But it looks really like Cynosure have given up hope of making a comeback.
Ị ga na-ata n'ụta, ị ga-ata n'ụta n'ihi na otu o si kwuru n'oge ugbu a ọ dịzị ka ihe gara ahụ omume ọ bụrụ na ga-eme eme.
The willingness, the willpower is very, very important.
Ilekwa anya ma ndị nọ na oche ya bụ ndị ọzụzụ ha ndị na-akwado ha ma ndị ọzụzụ ha niile ụmụ onye ọbụla dị n'ala ya bụ ma ndị na-akwado ha sọpọtas ha ndị ọzụzụ ha bụ kochis ha teknikal kru ha ndị nkụzi ha niile bụ ile ka ha si kwuru ya mana ha mara na ori alala na bọọlụ mana ọ bụ ihe ịlọzilere ya ka bọọlụ ụka ga-akwụ ama amada bụ Jude Matthew ama ya ma dịka onye ma ka esi ewere oge ya dịka ma ha nọ ha ala n'elu na bọọlụ.
He takes his time very well.
Ọ ga-arahụ n'obi were oge ya ka bọọlụ ka oge na-aga tupu ka mmiri egwuregwu ike bụrụ nke ha na bọọlụ.
I really think that football is trying to cut down on the time-wasting tactics. We saw the 8-second rule used at the World Cup. And of course, truth be told, it has really helped. Had it not been for rules like that, we have been seeing goalkeepers sleeping while tournaments are going on, especially when their teams are up ahead. Of course, you remember one famous Nigerian goalkeeper named withheld, who is known for, some say, he brings pillow, metaphorically speaking right now, to football games, especially when his team are in front. And I know a lot of coaches frown at that. Why some don't mind you deploying that tactics anyway to get a win?
Ị ga-ata ụta n'ihi na o nwere oche dịka na gbasa Venga kwuru mgbe ọ rụtara aka ha mee n'afọ 1982 n'iko mba ụwa nke na-agbọ The Grace of Gihan. Ọ sị na bọọlụ ụkwụ bụ ihe ọbụla na-eme na bọọlụ ụkwụ. Ụfọdụ mgbe onye gbagodi agwa ọgwụgwọ na agwa ha emetụta iwu megidere bọọlụ ụkwụ ị ga-ahapụkwa ya n'ihi na ọ nwere ihe niile ọma ọ ga-eme ka nwa nweta mmeri. Ọ bụrụ na ọ bụ igbu oge ahụ mmeri na-abịa nke bụ eziokwu anụ akwado igbu oge na bọọlụ ụkwụ n'ihi na ọ na-eme ka bọọlụ ụkwụ dị ala ụtọ ya mee ka ihe lọtara ala mana ọ bụrụ na ihe ị ga-eme nweta mmeri ị nwere ike imegwa ya ọ bụcha ihe ọjọọ n'ihi gịnị o nweghị ogbochi o megide iwu megide jigote akwụ bọọlụ.
Of course I do.
Ọ bịa bụ ihe nwa amada ha kwuru ọ kwuru okwu ahụ mee ulekwa uche si na ọ bụ n'eziokwu ọkwa nke n'eziokwu ọ bụrụ na oge ọ na-egbu ga-eme ka ha nweta mmeri o gbuo ya ọ bụcha ihe ọjọọ.
Well, I remember his statistics. I think that came from 2019 or 2020 or 2021. I can't exactly point the year that said that time-wasting tactics took over 60% of most of the football games that we have played in the Champions League and, of course, in the Premier League. I know for fans who pay their money to watch these games, it's always very disappointing to pay your money, which are, of course, no small amount, and then you see a goalkeeper sleeping almost half the time. It takes away the fun from the game. And I really, of all the new IFAB rules, I think that the 8-second rule really helped, especially at the 2018 World Cup choose.
Nke a bụ eziokwu 2023
2026, I beg your pardon. Thank you.
Ya bụ asọmpi ya bụ ihe iwu ndị IFAB ya bụ otu na-elekọta ya na ihe gbasara iwu akụ bọọlụ ụkwụ ọha bụ ndị na-etinye ọkwa ha ndị na-ewepụ iwu ha wepụtara mara mma nke ukwuu n'ihi na o nyere akụ bọọlụ ụkwụ aka na ụdị dị ezigbo elu n'ihi na ụfọdụ mgbe o mgbe nyere akụ bọọlụ ụkwụ sị na nkeji 9 ka eji na akụ bọọlụ ụkwụ a ego ụfọdụ mgbe ha ga-agba akụ bọọlụ ụkwụ ga-abụrụ nkeji 27
Of course.
Ọ na-eme ọtụtụ mgbe mere ụfọdụ ji na-asị ọ bụ kelee ma ka eme akụ bọọlụ ụkwụ ka ọ dị ka egwuregwu ndị ọzọ dịka egwuregwu bọọlụ nkata basketbọọlụ egwuregwu handbọọlụ ya bụ akụgoro nke eji aka akụ n'ebe ọ bụ nkeji kwụsị owetu akụ bọọlụ kwụsị pụọ n'ebe ya bụ egwuregwu pụrụ akụ bọọlụ pụrụ nke bụ eziokwu na a ga-akwụsị oge dịka esi eme ya n'egwuregwu ndị ọzọ mana akụ bọọlụ kwụsị dịka ha dị ọ bụ oge ga na-aga na-aga.
Just that it can be added later on.
A ga-etikwa ya ụfọdụ mgbe ị ga-eti ya ị ga-eti ihe kwesịrị iti ụfọdụ mgbe ị ga-eti ife ọ ga-eti nke dị n'okpuru ya bụ ihe mere akụ bọọlụ ụkwụ ji kwụkwa n'iche ga-elekwa anya o mere aka pụrụ iche.
Of course, that is why we love our football. Of course, we're seeing substitution, and we are having Ikechukwu out for Steven. It's 3 minutes on the clock. We are same movement as other teams. The Comsy and Jaguar team are coming right now. They will be the ones to play the next and final game as far as the Nationwide League One Southeast and South-South playoff is concerned. Cynosure coming forward. Well, of course, he's hacked down. Free kick given to RIGHTH2WIN, or to Cynosure rather. Nicely done there by Popo Demenam. He's down on the top. Pope, in a bid to clear the ball, I think he got himself bruised. Throwing to Cynosure. 56 minutes of action on the clock. And Popo Demenam is by the sidelines, motioning to be brought back into action. Very young defender that has been very magnificent. Of course, Jude Matthew collects that. It is of course we'll see Akambi gathering that one. Struggle. Throwing. Throwing to Cynosure. And of course, more substitutions from RIGHTH2WIN, Weke Jude and Eze Mesoma will be coming in, replacing Lilo. Coming in. Free kick to RIGHTH2WIN. Pope drives in, shoots, parried out, and that should be it. Well, of course, the AR1 spots an offside. That should have been the fourth choose. And of course, it was the guy who is just coming in talking about Eze Mesoma.
ile anya ka ọ dị ugbu ọ bụ nkeji 89 kedu ka mgbe a ga-eji sọọ ya sara okpugolo 3 saa okpugolo 2 tụkwasị otu ka ọ bụrụ 3 ọ gara ahụ n'oge ugbu a.
Well, tough but not impossible. However, the likelihood of Cynosure doing that with their overall gameplay seems to not actually be possible. Cynosure restarts. However it is, they must also pat themselves on the back for the very exceptional mode and method by which they've been able to see through the playoff. As much as we are one of the teams that we are looking at as a very, very tough opposition, likely to win the slot. And this is the gathering of the best of the best. And of all the 4 teams that have made it to the playoff, they've done well. Here comes Jaguar, RIGTH2WIN, who are vying for that ticket. In fact, they are minutes away, make that seconds away from actually becoming the NNL slot owners. And not forgetting Cynosure, who have also done their very well, their very best, I beg your pardon. Throw-in. Victor takes it. The referee orders him to go back. Throw taken by Victor. Victor says, ABIA are going for throwing. Goal kick right now to RIGTH2WIN. And we are looking at 3 minutes of additional time. Choose. Well, we wait to see whether that actually materializes. RIGTH2WIN just need to hold on. 3-1. Of course, they have all going for them. Maybe another chance to get the fourth and further punish Cynosure. Free kick given to Cynosure. RIGTH2WIN are just seconds away. TikTok says the clock. TikTok says the clock. Coming forward. Chidebere. Tango dispossessed. Trying to knock the ball right now. RIGTH2WIN, knocking the ball around. Trying to hold on to their win. Taking it back, way back. Thank God. Throwing. Oh, that's a goal kick. And choose any moment from now.
And Matano Buopi, yeah. abịa buchie bakụ bọọlụ ụkwụ n'ihi na ka ọ dị ugbu a o doola ewu na ọkụkọ anya oke na ọchịcha ihe niile o doola anya na ọ bụ otu egwu bọọlụ RIGHTH2WIN nke steeti Abia bụ ndị nwetara ikike ịnọchi anya mpaghara ndịda ọwụwa anyanwụ ala Naijiria na asọmpi Nigerian National League ya bụ asọmpi ligi ala anyị nke abụọ n'ihi na ha esila n'ogo nke atọ were na nke abụọ n'oge ugbu a. Ọ bụ mmeri nke tara ọchịchị gbata sitere otu ogbu nke dị mma nyere ha onwe ha. Naanị ha bụ otu egwu bọọlụ wetara akara itoolu nweta mmeri dị ọkụ bọọlụ ụkwụ atọ ha gbara nke bụ akara itoolu agba akara itoolu ka ha ji na-azọba ụkwụ na asọmpi Nigerian National League na nke afọ 2026 ruo 2027. Ọ bịa ka ọ dị ugbu a nke bụ eziokwu amatụ ya na agbacha edosa agba nke akụkụ a nke a na-akpọ corner kick na onye ogbu opi ele ya anya ọ dị ka otu ile opi ya n'ọnụ nke pụtara n'oge na-adịghị anya na ya onwe ya ga-egbu ya egbuchi akụ bọọlụ ụkwụ a n'ihi na asọmpi nke a na-agba na Aba 2026 Nigerian Nationwide League 1 bụ nke mara mma. Ọ gbuchiela ya bụ ihe ya otu egwu bọọlụ RIGHTH2WIN enweela ikike ịnọchi anya asọmpi Nigerian National League ya bụ ogo ligi ala anyị nke abụọ nke afọ 2026 ruo afọ 2027.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is it. So the Nigerian National League after defeating Cynosure by 3-1 goals coming from Israel Africa, Lilo Emmanuel and and this is how we sign off I think this which is the bondage full time from
Cynosure
Stadium. It is
RIGHTH2WIN Football Club have booked their place to the Nigerian National League, the Nigerian Second Division. 3-1 victory over Cynosure. They will represent Southeast Nigeria in the NNL.